Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Token Life Stories. I'm your host and sometimes referee, the friendly neighborhood, Zach Sad Pearson. And today, I am joined by he who spins all the tables, except for the ones with food on them, a one TM3.
So I could spin the table. I could spin the table with the food on it too. I could do that as well.
Yeah,
You don't know how I throw
but
down,
I don't
man.
want the food on the floor, though.
Listen, who says we don't keep them nailed down?
That would be fucking
It's all for
hilarious.
art.
That would
Just
be
nail-
like if somebody nailed a plate of food to a table and span it. That feels like some shit that comes out of a Halloween movie. Anyways, all right.
Exactly.
So this episode of Life Stories is a little bit unique. Sorry for the delay, but as I tell everybody, Life Stories is not a show that was ever meant to be a weekly or even some form of controllable on an annual schedule. Life has to happen, or memories have to be remembered before Life Stories can happen. Because, like I tell everyone, Life Stories is a series of events that happen to people. Sometimes it's good shit, sometimes it's bad shit, but they have to happen and be remembered. I'm remembering a lot of things, but none of them are, a traditional 30 to 45 minute situation. They're more like short stories that are somewhat interconnected. So let's get into it. Let me turn this fan
Alrighty.
just in case this fan gets picked up in the background. All right. So the year is, I don't fucking remember. The age, 17. I know I was 17. So it was probably 2015. Oh wait, was it? Fuck. Hold up. Damn it. Now I gotta figure out how old I was at this time, or what year it was.
The year was 2000X.
22 minus 2033. Wait, no. 22 minus 19. Okay. No.
Jeez, how far back are we going?
This was 16 years ago. I was 17. Yeah, I was 17. Whatever year was 16 years ago, that's where we're at. 17. Now, unlike most people, or at least, most people that I'm aware of, I am consciously aware of the family members I have of different skin tones. And I don't mean, oh, here's the half and half, or popcorns, or gingerbread cinnamon toast tints. I'm talking about those I look like a marshmallow in the snow white people. I'm aware of a lot of the tints in my family. However, this one is very, very fucked up. Not because my family inherently did something racist, but because everyone around them who was an authority figure was doing fucked up shit courtesy of privilege. So, is it racist? No. But is there privilege afoot? Obviously so. But you'll understand later in the story. So.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So, family reunion has ended. Bell Fisher, Holmes, McClellan, Ellis Moore family reunion has ended. I get invited, if I want to spend a week or so with my cousins in the summer. Because apparently a lot of people, I said it too much, but, I miss those days. A lot of the times in the summer, me and some of my cousins would all be at grandma's house because it was a big ass house, and we would chill there for a whole summer.
Damn, for a whole summer?
Yeah.
Grandma's house must be nice. I'm trying to be there, bro.
I mean, yeah, it was kind of sort of like a duplex, or really it was just I guess it was a reconverted apartment complex. It's hard to describe. But the first floor, it had everything you would expect. And the second floor, it had everything you would expect. The third floor was an attic, but you could put a lot of shit in there. But no one ever did anything with it because we had enough space. And also the basement even had a bar in it at one point. But that was before I was born. So it had been going for a long time. But there was a lot of space. No one was uncomfortable with anything that they had. Anyways. So, I told my cousins about this just randomly at family reunions past that's something me and my family does, right? So, one year, Sasha, one of my cousin's moms, she wasn't biologically related to me, but she was still a nice white lady. Sasha said, well, if you want to, little Pearson, you can come hang with us. And her husband, my cousin, stopped blinking and stopped sipping his coffee and was holding it mid-sip. And it looked like he was about to have a heart attack. I even stopped looking at Sasha and looked at him and just go, hey, you okay, Big Rick? It's like, yeah, I'm fine. Now,
oh no, I don't like that.
I don't know why Big Rick is terrified. And first off, I just want to point out, Rick, in case you find this somehow, or one of my cousins reminds you of the story. I'm not calling you big because you were fat at the time. I'm calling you big because you're 6'6". Okay, you know damn well you don't fit in anything that's not 18-wheeler sized. You a tall motherfucker. You're 6'6". Okay. Not because some of my cousins are actually subscribed to my channel. So I don't know why he's like got this cold sweat like I'm gonna get caught cheating on my wife shit. Sasha, he's not cheating on you. I'm just using it as an example. And I go and hang out with them. Well, what I don't know, which is kind of weird, is that they live next to an abandoned public storage facility, which is weird because if there's one thing I've never seen abandoned, it's a public storage facility. Like, I don't know what type of job security they got, but they very good at it. So I get over there and I'm there for 11 days. This is day 3, right? So, my little cousin is also with me. Now this one, I can't remember if she's related to me or not, but she's my big cousin Kimberly's little sister. But I don't know if she came from a previous marriage or not. Yeah, so Kimberly's origin story is kind of weird. Her mom basically had her when she was drunk with a black guy. It was consensual, but they couldn't remember it, which is a hilarious statement to make.
Yeah, that's oxymoron. What the?
Yeah, but he hung around her for 3 days and made sure and she and him both made sure, hey, there was no rape. It was consensual. We just don't remember it. And on some level, she wasn't even necessarily sure they had sex, but she was about 9 months later.
Yeah, that would definitely get it done.
Yeah.
9 months later.
Eventually, Sasha meets my cousin. Kimberly's like 5 at the time. And about 10 years later, or no, about 11 or so years later, or maybe 10, that's when they had Kimberly's little sister, Tina. Which, I don't hate Tina, but as you'll learn through this story, she's very good at making me want to throw her to the moon and leave her ass there.
So I don't hate her, but ooh, if I could.
She's one of those girls who realized too quickly in life that she would probably never face any form of true, violent reaction to her behavior because she looks white or is white. Her origin story is a unique situation also. And fucking, she just didn't care and she was just happy all the time. She was literally a child before they get their first ass whooping.
Oh no.
So she was a terrible psychopath. Right? Now, here's why I say that origin stories are a little weird.
No self-control.
Sasha
fear.
didn't explain to me the origins of Tina. Yeah, her name's Tina. Yeah. Didn't explain to me the origin names of Tina. But Tina is what I like to call a little too white, if you catch my drift. She was looking a little bit too much like Michael Jackson's quote unquote oldest son, if you catch my drift.
This is not somebody well.
It was like, I mean, she ain't got blue eyes, but I'm just saying, I think she may burn in the sun. So while I'm there, I kind of ask, because a lot of family want to know, hey, Big Rick, so Tina, is Tina yours? Like, what do you mean? Like, is she your kid? Yeah, she's my kid. No. I mean, did she come out of your balls? What you think? I don't fucking know. That's why I'm asking. Okay, well, I'm not going to tell you mama's cursing, but, don't curse around Tina. I'm 17, so getting in trouble for cursing is like, it's more like a formality. It's not an actual thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So imagine my birthday's in March. He don't know that. So I got like a whole like 11 months before I can get away with this shit.
Okay.
So, yeah. So he was like, do a lot of people think she's not my kid? I was like, homie, you still not answering the question.
You never answered.
Now, mind you, we in his house, but we just like quiet because everybody, watching TV and shit. Literally, when I say that, oh, hi fellas, what are you in the kitchen doing? I was like, getting ready to cook. And she starts laughing. Like, she dies laughing. Like, she has to hold on to the wall not to fall. And I'm looking at her and I'm looking at him. Like, it was just like there was no respect or regard for this man's feelings.
So rude. I'm about to cook. Genuine laughter of like, how could you ever?
So I look at him and he just looks down at the ground and he looks like he about to like tear up or at least just make a really sad emo face. I'm like, so what? Did he burn down the house? He fucked up boiling water. And I've never heard, and I just started laughing, and I feel bad because he could literally fucking throw me across the room, and I couldn't do shit. I was more so scared for my life, but I was still laughing. And then all of a sudden, I hear Kimberly in the living room like, "Oh, you're talking about the time Dad tried to cook? Yeah, that was fun."
Everyone knows.
Yeah.
It's not a secret.
Like, I want to feel bad. I don't even want to feel. I feel bad for him, but I want to know what the fuck happened.
I'm just more curious of how. Like, I want to know the possibility. How do you fuck up boiling water? It's only 2 steps: water and heat.
So I'm just like, okay. So what happened to me? That's not important. Now he's got a little bit of bass in his voice. So now I'm a little bit scared, but I'm still laughing. So I was like, okay, I'll drop it. Sasha's turned baboon's ass pink. Now, let me tell you something. You know a white person is laughing when their whole face turns baboon ass pink. Like, you can't get no pinker than that. So,
oh my God.
Yeah. So I just sit up there and I go, hey, look, I don't need to know what I don't need to know. Get used to hearing that, by the way. That used to be one of my catchphrases.
Okay.
So one day, like the next day afterwards, I kind of sort of drop it. But, me and Kimberly talking, and I kind of want to ask Kimberly about Tina's origin story. Sasha's a nice lady. She ain't no thought that I'm aware of. And, oh shit, she might hear this. Sasha's not a thought.
She may hear this.
Or any form of a slut.
Panic.
You are a respectable, nice white lady. Anyways, so we're just going down to possibly the whitest store in history, White Hen Pantry, right? It's me.
Holy shit.
It's me, Sasha, and Kimberly won't walk in a straight line, skipping and jumping, hopping from different people's front lawns and shit, humming some bullshit, terrible Korean boy band song. She started early. And I'm just like, and Kimberly's like, ugh, why the fuck is Tina like this? I'm like, motherfucker, her entire media access is controlled by 3 people. She's like this because y'all don't stop her. I try to stop her all the time. You don't try. You're a big sister. You're not a big brother. You could literally go upside her head and you might not even get a quote unquote timeout. Yeah, they tried to ground me once. It was funny. I was like, Kimberly, listen. See, this is why I'm scared you gonna like try to rob a bank or something. It's like, I'm not evil, Zach. Come on. It's like, listen to what you just said, though. You know you can get away with shit and you're like proud of it. Okay, well, look. You know I look white unless it's the summer. Yeah. So you know I got privilege. It's like, do you know how many people would not admit to some shit like that? It's like, yeah, white people all the time. They're insecure as shit. It's like, how the fuck would you know? Really? You gonna ask me that? I was like, okay, stupid question. Bro, like, they legitimately just fucking tell her when, darkies aren't in the room thinking that she's one of them. So
that's wild.
Yeah. And then she said, here's the weird part to me. No one's taking anything from them, but they're always whining like someone's getting ready to steal some shit from them. I was like, and Kimberly says, who's trying to steal something? I never stole anything. I'm a good girl. It's like, I mean, not Kimberly, Tina. Shit. I was like,
Say what?
Yeah, I was like, Tina, stop jumping in people's front lawns. I'm not gonna do that. Why would I do that? It's like, so I look at Kimberly, because that statement came out kind of weird. It's like, oh, she means she doesn't see a point to doing what you just told her. She says it to mom and dad all the fucking time. I cannot wait till she gets her ass beat. It's like, I know you made that stuff up. Don't nobody get no whoopings. So it's like, so I look at her, it's like, oh, so you have not learned the ways of the world. I know the ways of the world. North, south, east, and west, dummy. I was like, see, now I want to. Like,
you haven't felt the divine leather of a wrath of a angry parent, bro.
I was like, I can't wait till you start talking back to Sasha like that. Bro, she told her she got fat yesterday and nothing happened. I was like, are you serious? Mind you, Sasha has never weighed more than 120 pounds, possibly her whole ass life. Yeah. She just thought she got fatter because when she pulled her belly, some of it came up with the hand. I'm like, Tina, why are you pulling your mom's belly? I don't know. It felt nice.
So if it felt nice, but then you're still making fun, I don't know.
You're questioning the logic of someone who doesn't even have all the teeth in their mouth.
Fair enough. They can't even enunciate all the words they want to say.
That's the first mistake. So I decided, you know what? Tina, come here, Tina. I don't like the way you said that. Come here, Tina. You want some candy? I want some candy. I don't have candy. So I get close. She gets close enough to grab her. Kimberly starts laughing. Is like, you are so kidnappable. It's not even funny. I'm going to leave you in a mall one day. It's like, and I look at her like, and she just goes, what? I was like, you can't say shit like that because people will believe you. I wouldn't really do it. It's like, yes, you would. How would you know? Because nothing you said in that statement even had a remote joke manner. And anytime you said something that didn't have a remote joke manner, you either ended up trying to do it or you did it. Okay, well, I wouldn't do it to her because I would get like arrested or something.
Now they're not specific people. That means they would do it.
No. And now Tina's listening to this whole story. She's holding on to me and she says, she looks at me and just goes, oh, don't worry about her. I'll just get new parents. What the fuck? Like, Tina, listen, if you get another group of people raising you, you've been kidnapped. I can take a nap at other people's houses? Cool. No, listen. Kidnapping is when somebody takes you away from everyone you like and everything you know and love. Why are you fibbing? Stop fibbing.
What?
Like, oh my.
What are you fibbing? You want to get taken.
Literally, that's what she said. Why you fibbing? Stop fibbing.
Oh my God.
So Kimberly,
what get taken?
So Kimberly just says, you see what I go through? You see what I go through? Stop babying her. Y'all need to stop babying her. Right?
Holy shit.
So she takes her, off my shoulder and, kind of sort of flings her back on the ground. And I said, hey, let's not beat the shit out of your sister in public. We're going to catch hell. Let me phrase that. I would catch hell.
Yeah.
So we get to White Ant Pantry. And she immediately turns into a different person. Tina, that is, starts behaving herself. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, so she fucked up bad in Sam's Club one day. For the uninitiated, Sam's Club is a giant chain that's pretty common in Illinois. And this was Indiana, I believe. So I think there's some Sam's Club in Indiana. I can't remember what state I'm in, but there was another state besides Illinois that has a Sam's Club. Or something like a Sam's Club. Everybody knows big box Walmart type stores. Shit ain't gonna change.
Yeah.
So She says, "Oh yeah." So one day they told her if she acted up, they weren't gonna feed her dinner, and they actually did it. It's like, yeah. I was like, oh. So why don't they just do that to get her to not be a dick every other day? Dude, that's exactly what I said. So we get up to the counter, we buy some stuff, right? And she's still in this, and I get done first, just because, you know, there was 3 people in between us in the line. I didn't get a lot, right? And some dude gets out of the car in the parking lot and gets out the car to parking lot at the White Inn Pantry, and he's like, Zach? I was like, yeah. Zach is like, yes. Zach! I was like, hey, who the fuck are you? Like, all I see is big sunglasses in a tinted window, and they step out the car, and I'm like, oh shit, it's my homie Bobby. What you doing here, bro? I was like, oh, I'm with my dad for the summer. It's like, you got a license? Yeah, I got a license. Now, again, reminder, I'm 17, so anyone you know with a license is automatically God.
You can go places by yourself. Amazing.
Yeah. So
it really was.
I started talking to him, and he was like, hey, I'm going to like an older people party. He was like, why are you whispering? Just say you're going to a party with college people and shit. It's like, well, I don't want nobody knowing. You're at a White Inn Pantry and you're an adult. Who's going to stop you or give a shit? I was like, oh yeah, you're right. I was like, hey, you want to
growing
come?
up.
I was like, oh, well, I mean, my birthday's early in the year, remember? So I'm not 18 till next year. Do you want to come, my nigga? I was like, shit, okay. So I text Kimberly, and I let her know what's going on. She says, oh, hey, can I come through later? And I was like, yeah, I'll get the address, or we'll come back and swing by once you drop people off, and, you know, once your parents let you get a little bit of free time to slide out. And if they ask where I went, no, just tell them I'll be back later tonight. I went to an arcade in the mall. That's how you know this was a long time ago. Arcades in mall.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
man, I miss going to the arcade in the mall. Those were good times. That was forever ago.
Yeah, and depending on where you go, like, they might as well not even really be half of what they used to be. So everything pretty much checks out. We go back to his place. We chill and play some video games for about an hour and a half. And by the time we get there, the party will be 20 minutes in, maybe half an hour in. So then we show up, right? And when we show up, holy fuck. So nothing bad happens. Let me just say that right now. In the beginning. But 10 minutes into it, I go to the bathroom, and I swear I felt like I walked into a different dimension. So I come out the bathroom, and there's a big dude, like 6'7", charcoal, swole, Terry Crews looking ass nigga. I'm like, ain't no way in the fuck you under 40. I was like, bro, are you done in the bathroom? Will you hurry up? Homie, we're not in the bathroom. I'm outside of the bathroom. You can go in there. Oh, okay. And he can't stand straight. I'm like, oh, this nigga on some shit. Let me get away from him. So I go down this hallway, and there's 3 doors in this hallway. 1 on the right, 2 on the left. The first one on the left is the basement, right? They're listening to some Redbone music. And so, I don't know, hopefully this doesn't fuck with some algorithm shit or someone misinterprets this. I don't mean the racial epithet. I mean the band called Redbone, okay? There's a bunch of people karaoke singing I Gotta Find the Right Woman, which is a song by Redbone. And I look down there, and there's a dude with his shoes on top of a radiator. Worst place to put those. Blacked out. And he's just unconscious, drooling on his own shirt. Now, grown adult me would be like, oh man, I need to make sure he's okay. But teenage me was like, he's drunk. That's funny. I walk past the room on the right. I don't even look at it. It's like, and all I hear is, oh hey, it's a black person. I love those.
Excuse me? I need to take all that one away.
So I did. I stopped. I leaned my head back in there. I said, I'm actually a Creole, but yes, there are plenty of black people at this party. So I look at this. So here's what I see. I see a white girl standing there holding up the wall. She got a Heineken in her hand and she's giggling at me. But on the bed, there's, I think it's a Mexican guy with his shirt off. And there's a girl lighting something and there's smoke coming up from where she is. I can't see what she's doing, but whatever it is, I think she's burning it or doing it off of this dude's bare chest. And she looks at me, doesn't say anything, and she goes back to lighting and smoking whatever it was she was smoking. And I immediately start walking past this room and don't go in there.
I mean, smartest decision you ever could have made. Like, what the fuck?
And then the next room, I want to say this is the room where the people who don't know who are scared to socialize go. Sometimes parties have video games. That's not a bad thing. But here's the thing, no pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
They were playing fucking Madden at a college party. You are the biggest dude bro ever, or you're a fucking nerd who's scared to talk to girls. If that's what you come to a party to do. There are Madden parties. I acknowledge this. There are hangouts and get-togethers. I acknowledge that. But I feel like if you're doing it right now, this shit's counterproductive. Or maybe you're happily in a relationship. I don't know.
The biggest dude, bro.
Yeah,
at a party.
Like literally their t-shirts look like they're suffocating them. Their veins are as thick as my damn thumb almost at the time. And all their hats are on backwards. Like they were genuine frat dude bros.
That set it off. The hats on backwards, that you know. And there's no purpose for that.
Now they don't say anything weird to me. All they hear is, yeah, man, fuck soccer. Yeah, bro. It was like, well, that room's pretty normal, all things considered. So I'm walking towards the big ass living room. And it's one of those weird, it's a very weird rich person house. The living room has an atrium in it. And the atrium was almost a one-to-one duplicate of everything that was in the living room. I don't know how to, well, first, do you know what an atrium is?
No.
Okay, so an atrium is an area inside of a building where it's a shape like a square and it descends. So it looks like a square staircase. That's an atrium.
Okay.
Let me see if there's a GIF for it in texting page.
Like a swirly staircase, but in square shape?
Yeah, it's a square shaped staircase or declining area on all sides is an atrium.
That's the actual term for it. Okay.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Well, I didn't know it till this day. I was like, this is a weird ass living room because I came in through the back door, right? Yeah. So I was like, oh, I thought the party was only inside, but you know, they had a big ass backyard and they had an 8-foot high black fence. You weren't seeing through there. You would literally have to jump up to look at what was going on. So I go back and talk to Bobby. He's like, hey, Bobby, you know, whose place is this? You know, why don't you introduce me to some people or some girls? Because even though, you know, I'm not a manhole, that don't mean I don't like looking at pretty girls just like everybody the fuck else with a pulse. So he's like, okay, let's go around. I was like, so he starts skipping. It's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? What? You want to meet people? I was like, yeah, that you know, but why are you skipping? I can't skip. It looks weird when you're 6'2" and you're the only guy doing it.
You're the only guy. Man's just vibing.
Yeah. So, anyways, I was like, okay, and this is where we start having fragment stories. So the first person he introduced me to is Kelly. And for those of you wondering, no, I don't mean the Kelly that is featured in this podcast. It's a different Kelly. Kelly is a common name. There are a lot of them. You'll get used to it.
No.
So I say what's up to Kelly. And Kelly asked me, did she want to go for a walk in the backyard? I don't know what that means, but I'm hoping it leads to anything. So Bobby starts laughing. So, oh yeah, he would love that. And I was like, oh shit, I would. She pretty. So, and this is before my brain has figured out that there are many pretty people with pretty privilege that turn into psychopaths and sociopaths and self-serving narcissists and think that that's okay.
True. Very true.
Nah, don't blah. Don't let me be misinterpreted. I am not saying that this is all pretty people. I'm just saying there is a majority. It is a statistical fact that there are people who basically turn into self-serving assholes because they've been receiving pretty privilege most of their life.
He's like, oh, I'm getting compliments. My ego's boosted. Time to be the only person that matters, I guess. Like, what?
I mean, you not wrong, though.
And then they base their whole personality off that. I'm like, I get it's a good trait to have, but not your whole personality, man. Come on.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're basically Kardashians. But anyways. So,
yeah.
We go for a walk, and I immediately realized why he started laughing. Also, he was watching out the window like the Cheshire Cat and some shit, giggling.
What the hell?
So, she goes on a 10-minute rant about why she thinks her boyfriend left her. Did I mention I've never met her boyfriend?
But why would any other boy want to hear that? That's the whole thing.
Bro, don't get me wrong. Listen, everyone knows one of the easiest ways to maintain a functional relationship is to listen to one another. I'm only here for 11 fucking days, though. You could tell me about your city, your state. You can tell me some good bands to listen to, a TV show, a movie, a book, some really cool restaurant food. That's literally like the basis of a human relationship. Everyone you know and everyone you like is going to do at least 3 of those things in your life. She immediately went on some, nah, fuck that noise. So I'm like, hey,
So
Kelly.
here's my personal life.
Like, you say, hey, Kelly, listen, I don't know your boyfriend. I don't know why I cheated on you, but listen to me. You should not let someone live in your head who legitimately doesn't respect you enough to even tell you why they broke up with you. You could have not even done anything wrong. He could have been a hypergamous. What's that? It's someone who's basically an opportunist, but it's a personality trait. They think it's okay to dump or disregard anyone or anything if they don't receive a direct benefit. Okay? He could just be an asshole, and he saw and he saw a way to essentially cheat on you without cheating on you. Don't chase after nobody who don't respect you enough to explain why they don't want to be with you, because they're a coward or they're doing some shady shit behind your back. And either way, they still a dick.
Some of the best advice you could have ever give me.
So she immediately starts crying.
They didn't listen.
No. She immediately starts crying, and she starts thanking me and hugging me. And I just hear, like, from the house, bullshit! And I was like, I can't tell if that's Bobby. So she hugs me, completely forgetting that she has TOB, or TOBS, if you will. Now, for the uninitiated women, TOB stands for Tig Old Bitties. So, yeah. So I'm just like, okay, I can do this. I can hug her without her noticing I have a fucking boner. Right?
Mission go.
I try to 45-degree angle it to where my thigh is pushing off of her a little bit so she can't feel erections because the dick is in the opposite facing direction, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I think she kind of caught on because she looked at me, a little bit too long. And then she moved her hands from up where my shoulder area is to literally hooking 2 of her fingers on each side and 2 of my belt loops. So I was like, oh, sweet. We're about to go fucking make out. Regular teenage shit. Right?
Regular.
And she looks around and she says, hey, the car garage is this way. I was like, I don't even ask or say anything. I just start fucking walking towards it. And she's holding my hand. And then I see Bobby in the window again. And his mouth is hanging down. And I just flip him the bird. And I giggle and I go back to the garage. So we open the garage door. We turn the lights on. Would you like to take a guess at what we saw?
Was it another person doing drugs off my stress? It could be her boyfriend.
That would have been the
It could
nicest thing that would have
be.
happened. So there are 4 girls in there. They're all Caucasian or look Caucasian, and they're giggling. Well, 3 Caucasians and an Asian. And there's 7 black dudes. Everyone's clothes are on. Let me just say that. But let me just replay. Let me say this again. The lights were off. We turned them on. There are 4 women, pale tinted, giggling, and there are 7 black dudes smiling and smirking.
Oh, sorry about that.
Everyone's clothes are on though. So some short dude who I don't even believe should have been there, because I'm sorry, but he looked like he stopped growing when he was 14. He's like, oh, you trying to go next? So we look at each other.
Next?
And we just both know to leave. And then I stop and go, hey, white ladies. Hello. My name's Julia. That's nice. Y'all okay, right? And then half the dudes in the room was like, really, nigga? Like they actually said, really, nigga? And then they went, we said the same thing. I was like, look at the room. So then they're like, oh yes, this is consensual. Hey, do you have a towel? It's like, no, I don't. Oh, okay. You two have a nice day. So I close the door and we go behind the garage. I was like, and I was about to ask her, yo, what the fuck were they? And now we're tongue boxing. I didn't have a choice, but that's okay. I'm not mad. Right?
Yeah.
So, next thing I know, we're out in the alley. A car drives by. It goes to the end of the alley. Then it stops. And we can both see the car, but we're not stopping the exchanging of bodily fluids. And we're just going. And then all of a sudden, whoever was in that car pulls their head out, points a flashlight at us. So we stop now. Lips still locked. And we look at them. So I unlook and I said, do you know them? It's like, I'm not from here. I'm not from here.
What the hell?
So then they throw in their hazards and they go in reverse slowly. So we're just like, nah, fuck it. And we go back inside. We open up the back gate door and we lock it. And we just like tell everybody in the immediate area, hey, there's a car that's about to back up like right next to this place. It's like, oh, no, we ain't about to have no looky-loos. I was like, well, I mean, yeah, but I don't know if they like try to live here or maybe there's some snitches. I'm a grown-ass man. Ain't nobody gonna snitch on my party. It's like, oh, this is your party? It's like, yeah. Name's Michael. Nice to meet you. Who brought you? Bobby? Oh, you know Bobby? Fucking love that guy. He's so nice. He just skips everywhere. Such a lucky guy. He's like, this nigga skips everywhere?
You fucked over Bobby.
So
no.
So yeah, I don't know who it was, but and then Kelly starts telling them what happened, and Michael's like, oh well, I mean, I don't know if you two are having a private affair or not, and Kelly immediately looks at him like, are you serious? So then she opens up the garage door, turns the lights back on, and he just goes, oh, so did you want to join? She hauls off, slaps this dude hard as she could, and she just yells, I'm fucking leaving. I was like, so I can't make out with you anymore? Now, I don't say this out loud, but I'm under the impression that all plans I could have had with her have now officially ended. So,
I'm just most confused. You are like, what happened?
Well, no, he was implying that she wanted to have. He was implying that he was trying to ask her without saying, "Hey, you want to have a threesome?" You know, can I be the third wheel? And then when she opened the door, she's like, you see these holes in here, right? Go fuck with them holes. And he's like, oh, well, did you want to come into that? What's probably going to be an orgy too? And she got offended, slapped him, and left. However, this left my dick hanging. Well, not really hanging, more like this left my dick standing. Yeah, this left my dick standing. So I was like, well, I guess this is it for me. I'm going to go home and try to deal with this erection, or I'm going to try to find somewhere to deal with this erection where there's not an audience or something. And again, this is when the whole mini stories shit comes in. So next thing you know, she's leaving. I'm like maybe 10 steps behind her. And she goes into the house, back door. 2 seconds later, jumps down the staircase in like 3-4 inch heels, bolts towards that back area where the garage and the gate was. I mean, the car garage and the gate was. Hops over the doorknob. I'm like, damn, white girl. And me and like 7 other people watched that shit. It's like, and some dude telling me, hey, you're like, yeah, you was with her? It's like, not anymore though. Yeah, why did she just do that? I don't know, man. I thought she was about to leave because apparently the host, he implied that he wanted to get into a threesome. I was like, he's done that before? No, but he's been doing it all night. I was like, okay, well, hey, hoes gonna be hoes. Yeah, and I don't know why she did that. So then, we can see some red light coming from the front of the house. I was like, on the right, and we see a blue light a little bit from the left-hand side. And I was like, oh shit. That was a swirl. There's a rotating light. There's cops out front. So everybody starts fucking running, right? And my first thought, oh shit, I should go warn these people doing the orgy shit. I was like, wait a minute. Technically, they're not doing anything illegal and there's no alcohol in there. So I guess they're fine.
True.
Yeah, they're on private property, Yeah. So, fuck it. And I just opened the door, right? And I opened the door, and that car that was sitting there, it got up way too close. And since there were people coming in behind me, boom, we pushed into it so hard, we left this big ass, almost 4 foot, almost perfectly lined segment dent in the back passenger seat. The back passenger door, sorry. And I was like, oh shit, now we really running because I ain't about to pay for that. So I look in the alley and I try to see which side of the alley is closest to the street. And I was like, oh, we're almost perfectly in the center. Right? It was an unusually big backyard. It almost looked like it took up some of his neighbor's backyard. But apparently he bought it that way. Like he bought some of his neighbor's land on the left and the right side. Apparently this dude was rich and he was a bit of a slut because what else has he got to lose?
True.
I don't know what he came into, but dude was young, came into a shit ton of money. And I was like, wait a minute. Kelly was like a full minute ahead of us, or maybe even 30 seconds. Where the fuck is Kelly at right now? Right?
Yeah.
So I see Kelly inside the car, the back of it, and she's unconscious. I was like, what the fuck? And the dude who was in the car, I don't know where the fuck he even at. So I started knocking on Kelly. Hey, Kelly, wake up. I was like, hey, isn't this girl you was making out with? Like, yeah. Close the fucking door for the cops come through. I was like, oh shit, yeah, we got to close that door. So here's the thing. We also cracked the back window glass. And we're just like shaking the car. Me and all the dudes shaking the car. Kelly, we're trying to whisper her name through a glass window. Kelly.
This sounds bad. This looks bad, bro.
So then there's these 2 girls just looking at us like, why the fuck do y'all get all the fucking muscle? And one of them she says, here, hold this. So she hands her drink and she starts hopping. Like, why the fuck is she hopping like she got one leg? She took off her shoe and she just broke the window, the back of the window. And I was like, and she just goes, hey, Wake your ass up. Hey, somebody drugged her? Like, someone drugged her? How the fuck can you tell? She's unconscious and she's not responding to anything. Where's the motherfucker that owns this car?
Oh, man.
So, pause. Now let's go and take a trip into Bobby Land. Remember, Bobby's been in the house this whole time. Right? So Bobby, after he saw us go what looked like into the garage, left out the window. Not jumped out, but he left looking out the window. He went downstairs, did some karaoke, smoked some weed apparently. Came back upstairs, and that white girl I saw earlier is like, hey, my dad doesn't like it when I grab black guys' booties. And this is what he told me he did. He thought about it. He didn't come to a conclusion on why she told him that. But then he realized she started rubbing his belly, and he liked belly rubs. So they was trying to fuck. I was like, so a girl rubs your belly and you just start trying to fuck? Like, yes. I don't deny this about myself. Because you got to remember at this point, he's telling me what happened while my story's going on. I was like, and I'm laughing, but I'm confused at the same time. A belly rub. So
I guess whatever works for you.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, what else were you doing? Oh, so we was chilling in the front porch, you know. There was a guy doing like backflips in the front yard. He got like 12 feet off the ground. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, yeah. You know, he was getting some ass tonight. I was like, I think you got to do more than backflips to get some ass. He was like, that's because you can't do backflips at 12 feet high. Like, Bobby, look, man, this ain't a fucking argument, okay? It's like, if you say so. It's like, okay, I'm not going there with you, man. I'm not going there. I don't hate Bobby, but anytime I have a debate or an argument with Bobby, it's never about something that I even remotely give a shit about. It's about him trying to think that he's right over something that I don't give a shit about. Well, the PlayStation Vita is better than the PlayStation Portable. Do you actually think I give a shit? You don't have a 3DS, right? Fuck everybody.
Listen, they're both good consoles, but I don't think the Vita was better than the Portable. I mean, the Vita had better things.
Hey, I don't fucking care, man.
Fair enough.
Don't Bobby me right now.
Oh, no.
So,
I'll stop. I won't become Bobby.
So, there was a beanbag in the corner of that room. He closed the door. And remember, there's still that lady doing something on this dude's chest involving fire and smoke. Right? And I was like, holy shit, Bobby, did you actually see it? I was like, nah, but she looked at me while we were making out the whole time. And she started giggling. It was kind of scary. Like, Bobby, she was like 5'5", you're 6'2". It was still scary. How? You see somebody smoking something, they're not blinking and they're smiling at you, and they're slowly crawling over to you while you're making out with another girl.
It's fucking creepy.
When she got over there, I said, hey, hold, stop. That girl's getting ready to come over here. Oh, she's coming over here? And then she says, hey, what's your name? I'm Kelly. Shut the fuck up, Kelly. Make me. And she immediately starts fingering her asshole.
What on God's green earth?
So Bobby he sees this shit and he just says, hey, is she fingering your assholes? Like, he just goes, yeah. You want to go next? And here's something I would never in a million years would have thought Bobby would do. Bobby said, I'm good, stands up, jumps over the bed, and walks out the room and closes the door. I was like, wait. Did you see the guy who was unconscious with the smoke on the chest or whatever? Like, I forgot to look, bro. God damn it.
It's the one thing I wanted, bro.
So he walks out the room and he sees the police asking, who is he standing near the front door because the door's open? Who's the owner of this establishment? I'm looking for the owner. And Bobby just freezes and says, hey, I'm going to go get him. He's out back. Now he turns, he sees Kelly. Kelly sees a little bit past Bobby, closed the door, runs off, right? And that's what I saw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Bobby's like, is someone in trouble? Is this an illegal party? Oh shit, Zax is here. And I'm here. Because as far as we know, we're the only two people that aren't 21 and up. And just so we're clear, I don't know how old Kelly was. However, no one asked for age. And Kelly, if you are not, I don't know, 19 or snuck into this party like us, and you hear this, which I know you're fucking not, I'm sorry I technically didn't manipulate you, but possibly made you make out with a minor. But to be fair, I mean, you initiated the kiss, so I don't know. I don't know what you call that, but yeah, this was a people weren't asking age situation, and people feel how they feel about stuff like that. So I'm gonna just get that out the way now. I did not intend to manipulate her in any way, shape, or form. I didn't think I could pull her down because she was so fucking out of my league, especially at 17. So, here's the thing though. Now, let's speed forward, or let's move back through time. Kimberly. Now, at this point, Kimberly has the address. She knows what's up. So the only thing she got to do is sneak out or get permission. That ain't going to happen. Or, realistically, as a teenager, go do something, say you're going to do something, prove you're doing something through the magic of cell phones, but then go do something else. And don't bring it up unless they ask. So she's not lying. She's omitting.
Omitting.
Hey, look, you've been a teenager. You know how shit work. Sometimes you're not going looking for trouble. You just want to go to a party. But they're not going to just always say yes. Anyways.
Sometimes you're at the book club. But you're not at the book.
Yeah. So, Sasha gets halfway back home. I mean, not Sasha. Kimberly gets halfway back home with Tina. Tina stops skipping down the street and starts crying. And she's like, oh, no. I don't know why she added an S to no, but she did. And Kimberly goes to her like, what's wrong? What's wrong? He got kidnapped. They kidnapped Big Cousin. I was like Tina, they did not kidnap Big Cousin. Okay? They didn't kidnap Big Cousin. He went to a special place, and I can't tell you about it. He got kidnapped. She doesn't want to tell her, hey, he's at a party because I'm going to be in some trouble. Right?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. I'm free to leave the house at my discretion, but they told me like, hey, look, we ain't going to stay up all night waiting for you. So if you knock on the door and nobody comes, your ass going to be sleeping outside. But, realistically, Kimberly is going to open the door for me.
Yeah.
Like, no, he's fine. He's fine. So she gets back home. She's still crying. Sasha asks, what's wrong? Where's Zach? It's like, he went to go hang out with his friend Bobby. Apparently, they're both temporarily in town. It's like, do you know that for a fact? She's crying a little too hard. It's like, no. He told me. I even got the text message. So she was smart. Kinda. She deleted the message where we gave the address because she knows she can just call me back and get it. Right?
Yeah.
So, she shows the message and they try to spend like the rest of the night telling Tina, hey, it's okay. He's fine. I want to talk to him. Right? So that's when my phone goes off. And I get on the phone. I'm thinking it's Kimberly. And I just go, holy shit, I just think I stopped a kidnapping. Oh my God, good for you. Oh, hey, Sasha. Can you get a phone to Kimberly? No, I want to hear about this. We all do. So she puts it on speaker. So I told her, please don't put it on speaker. Literally the next thing I hear, 5-0 rating this bitch.
Oh my God. Please don't put it on speaker.
And I just go, hey, let me call you back real quick. I was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing, man? Calm down. They might not even come back here. So then, that same little girl, that same short lady who broke open the window, she decides she's going to prop up her foot on the doorknob and just slowly peek her head over there to see what's going on. I was like, oh, that's pretty clever. I was like, yeah, you learn to improvise when you're short. And she says, okay, so, she looks around, she freezes really hard. She starts blinking and she slowly inches herself back down. And her friend passes her shoe bag. Is like, hey, are you okay? Are like the cops beating somebody? It's like, that's not what I heard. What did you hear? Fill my holes, daddy. Oh, that's right. There's an orgy in this garage. She heard one of the girls yell, fill my holes, daddy.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Well, they're a little bit scarred, I guess.
Yeah. So I was like, whose car is it? Like, bro, I've been saying the same thing. So Kelly's starting to become more conscious. And I was like, hey, are you okay? Are you okay? Where is that motherfucker? I was like, whoa, Batman, what the fuck? What's wrong? He tried to rape me. I don't fucking play that shit. I was like, is this the same person from 5 minutes ago? Like, it was just really weird. That voice was so grisly and deep. So I come back and I'm just like, I mean, not I come back. I'm talking to like, hey, the person who was driving the car was like, yeah, did you see him? Like, no, I didn't even see nothing but the light he was flashing. That motherfucker. Ugh. He put one of those like napkins up to my face. He put a napkin up to your face. So I'm thinking about it, and this one girl, she's like, oh, chloroform. Yeah, he chloroformed you. It's like, you said that kind of casually, but okay. Okay, listen, do you know which way he went? I don't even know why he wouldn't still be in this car. I was like, yeah, that is weird. Right? So we get out the car and we decide, you know what? We're just going to go to the right. And she's like, wait, hold on. She runs back, goes in through the car, takes the keys out. Right? And she says, I'm going to track this motherfucker. I was like, well, I mean, shouldn't we just screenshot his license plate? So everybody stops and goes, oh yeah. And like 6-7 people pull out their phones, and they were all talking about how cool it is to have cameras in their phones. That's how you know this was a long time ago, when that was still an actual conversation piece. And then we all leave, right? So then we get to the edge of the block, and fucking the next thing you hear is, where the fuck are the keys? The fuck? So then we hear boom, boom, boom. Open this door. It's like, I don't have her. She fucking ran off. Open this fucking door. It's like, doesn't it open from your side, you stupid bitch? And we see 3 cops open up and say, wow, that's really convenient. And this dude started trying to run, right? And they just bum rush him. He wasn't going nowhere, right? I was like, well, I mean, did they call on him because he got parked illegally? Yeah, finally got you, you rapey motherfucker. So the cops were looking for the owner because there had been a case of kidnappings during social events in that zip code, like a high frequency, like almost every kidnapping that happened for that year happened in that one zip code in one summer, right? So they were warning them just because there was a report of a party and they put on their little flyers and shit. If anyone's having large gatherings or anything, be on the lookout or give us a call. They were literally just like patrolling the neighborhood, and they said, hey, you know, ain't nobody in trouble. We just want you guys to be on the lookout for somebody. And they had a description of them, right? And Bobby saw the picture and the flyer and he passed out to him and says, wasn't he in the bathroom earlier?
Oh my God.
So then the cops start raiding the whole place. People are getting scared and they keep telling them, none of you are in trouble. We just need to see faces. Right? But here's the thing. While we're walking off, that guy hopped the back fence, kind of like Kelly did. And he was trying to get in his car. Right? But they saw somebody hop a fence and they said, hey, nobody leave this general area. You're not in trouble. So he immediately, like, you know, told on himself. But here's the crazy part, right? Kimberly called me. I was like, where are you? What's going on? I was like, okay, so yeah, a kidnappy, rapey guy got arrested just now. I got the address memorized. This is da 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 da. I was like, yeah, okay, all right. So I'm gonna boof. I was like, hold on, I gotta check on something. I think I just heard a car crash. I was like, yeah, you did. How do you know that? Cause it was me. Where are you right now? I'm on the side of the house. I'm probably gonna die. Oh wait, no, I look like a white woman. I'm gonna be fine, but you need to hurry. I was like, why am I hurrying? Because we about to get the fuck out of here. It's like, why? Because I crashed into a cop car because I wasn't looking at where I was going. Oh shit. So those guys that are getting ready to go through the house and take this dude to the car are about to find out their car got hit. So say, hey Kelly, you're really cool. I hope you find a good boyfriend. Can I like feel your boobs one time real quick? Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but this is 17-year-old me. You know, feeling boobs is still a new concept.
So you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Like, if you need the boob grab, squeeze.
I was like, oh, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see each other again. And at this point, I'm slightly jogging off. I'm like, aren't we? And she goes, aren't we both from Indiana? Nah, I live in Chicago. I was like, well, what's your number? And then boof, I hit Kimberly's car. Get the fuck in! So then she gets in. I don't even get time to put on the seatbelt. She pulls off so hard, I bounce off the back seat and I end up stuck in the flooring area for like a hot 10 seconds. Like, what the fuck? I was like, oh my God, this sucks. This sucks so bad. It's like, why? You think they can't tell that I hit their car? I was like, if they're not at the car, they're not gonna know it's you. Plus, you hit it from the side, not the front, right? Also, how did you fuck that up? Well, I was texting. I was like,
what?
Kimberly, pull over. I'm going to drive. I don't always text. That's not what I said, Kimberly.
My God.
Yeah. So I get home, and then everything's fine the next day. Because Bobby didn't get in no trouble. We all meet up at the mall, and we talk about everything that fucking happened. And we just thought it was funny that there was all these stories happening at once. And then Bobby asked me, did I want Kelly's number? And I was like, do I want Kelly's number? And this is where it gets weird. And unfortunately, it's a cliffhanger. I was like, hell yeah, I want Kelly's number. And then right when he's about to recite it, Kimberly steps on his foot really hard. The end.
The end. So I guess not. I guess you don't want to give it out.
No, listen to what I said. Bobby was giving me the number. I said yes. Right when he starts trying to give it to me, verbally and in writing, Kimberly steps on his foot. She also ripped up the paper, but I said the end before I could put that in. Yeah, shit got weird. I don't want to make assumptions about a biological relative, but also I acknowledge that the legal system in practically every country allows for anybody who's not first cousins or first and second cousins to legally do things, but that doesn't mean I was trying to.
I don't have words for that one. I don't. Bro, I don't.
And to this day, I've never asked her why she did that, like at all. It was just very fucking awkward for me, and I'm just still too much of a pussy to ask.
How do you start it off? Like, you start off that conversation, so.
Bro, the only reason I'm even really telling this story is because I know for a fact Sasha doesn't even know I have a YouTube account. Not Sasha, Kimberly, sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Now, mind you, despite it being called Belle Fisher, Holmes, McClellan, Ellis Moore, the progenitor family, aka the first ones, are the Balthrops. They literally came from the Balthrop plantation. Now, here's the thing. Her last name was Sanchez. My last name is Pearson. And on my mother's side, where the Bell, Fisher, Holmes, McClellan, Ellis, Moore, Balthrops all come from, my mother's last maiden name is Walker. And my grandmother's maiden name or family name is Hemingway. So technically I'm in the clear. However,
yeah.
them thoughts didn't just magically exist in my head, you know? I didn't wake up one day and say, you know what, my cousin out here looking like a snack. Is that common for people to experiment, quote unquote, with their cousins? Apparently so. It's like 30% of the population or something. My thing is that I'm not exactly at an experimentation age. I know what I like. Women. I know what kinds of women I like. 17-year-old me. Anyone who will give me 10 minutes minimum of attention without bringing up a fucking boy band and, you know, doesn't weigh more than me. Do I hate fat chicks? Absolutely not. I've dated and other things that we won't discuss with fat women. But I know if you're heavier than me, this is morbid obesity, not regular obesity, which is a distinct difference. No. I'm being serious. I'm not laughing. Obesity just means you are fat. You are considered overweight. Morbid obesity, you're killing yourself with food. Please stop.
Yeah, that's where it's too far and it's affecting
also,
your life.
And here's the thing, not even as a man, but just as in a relationship, if you tell somebody, hey, listen, you're getting too fat, there's no way for that to come out as any form of a net positive at all.
No, not at all. Yeah.
Like, I don't know about your male friend group, but I can tell you right now, almost every male I've ever dated, period, they would rather break up with their girlfriend than tell them you're killing yourself with food. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of the same way, but it's not because, oh, we think you're ugly because you're fat. We're scared to tell you the truth. I hate to say it, but sometimes it's that simple. I'm scared if I date anybody, and anyone I've dated, if they gain, I don't know, let's say something ridiculous like they gain a full 100 pounds or they gain 50, 60, 70 pounds. I'm scared to say, hey, listen, I'm worried you're killing yourself with your food. That ain't gonna happen.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind saying it if I was cool with him like that. Mm-hmm. You know, yeah, like, listen, not to be rude, but, you know, you keep eating like this, you might die.
Hey, you a braver man than me. I wouldn't even dream of it.
I mean, the honesty is what matters more.
Yeah, no, that's true. But see, here's the thing. Feelings and honesty are not friends.
Yeah, no, yeah. Feelings are rude and evil and have you believe things that aren't true, but yeah, that's emotions for you.
And there's even one guy I know. I ain't gonna give his name because I think she's trying to get him back, or she did, but she didn't believe him when he worked up the courage after 2 years of telling her, hey, listen, your pussy is too wide and loose. Please consider working out because there is very little enjoyment for me and I got a big dick. Like, I was like, hey, I can't fault you. Don't nobody want to wake up and ever dream about telling that to their girlfriend. So I'm not even mad at you. I don't think anyone's really going to be mad at you. But also, I have no idea what the proper way to explain that to someone is. So he actually tried. It got so bad. He literally had a gynecologist who already knew, like, hey, listen, ain't nothing on you tight. Yes, you are healthy or you look healthy and you're skinny or whatever, but like downstairs, I'm sorry, it was.
There's freedom.
Yeah,
that's what you put it,
bro. It was as loose as a fucking tire with one screw in it. So she tried to play it off like this was somehow his fault, despite him having, you know, elephantiasis of the penis. We'll just say that. And 5 months later, after literally telling her, listen, I'm not going to talk to you or respect you for lying and telling people I got a small dick when you've been telling me for years we need to communicate and we have the best communication and I can quote unquote tell you anything and everything without any form of ramification. You had a gynecologist tell you, because this is how we all found out. It was a long Facebook post. You had a gynecologist tell you your pussy too loose. You had a gynecologist tell you your pussy is too loose. There's no way anyone can get a real grip unless they have an extremely irregular penis. Like it's a very wide penis, but it's really short. Well, how
got the
come,
chode.
yeah, and then she was like, well, how come I orgasm? Because I know what I'm doing, but it's not actually fun for me. It's becoming a chore. Sex should not feel like a chore. And also, fuck you. I'm done with you. Also, your mom wants to suck my dick. Here's a screenshot. And he didn't talk to her for 5 months, right? But here's the thing. I don't know if they got back together because he is going out with somebody that looks like her. And I'm just thinking, I wonder if that's her mom. But I didn't pursue it. So yeah, any questions?
Questions? I mean, I'm questioning my life at this point. This thing had me going. Holy shit. Wait, so the guy got caught, right?
Yeah.
The one
he
who was
opened
like,
the door for the police that were looking for him. That was fucking hilarious.
Make sure he's gone, right? He's underneath the jail.
Shit, he might as well be. He ain't getting out of it.
Thank God. Well, I don't even know what to say.
I do.
I'm just processing the information at this point.
Shit, so was I.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I told you. One story, 3 perspectives.
It was great though. I got shit. Like, oh my God.
Okay. Well, with that being said, that brings this episode of Life Story to an end. And I will see you guys when I see you guys.